Let's take a look back at the good times and remember our favorite moments of the Nintendo Switch as we give it the send-off it deserves. So my number 5 favorite moment of the Nintendo Switch era was the release of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I was so excited to experience Mario Kart in this new way on the Nintendo Switch. I had a big party, I had a bunch of friends over, we ordered pizza, played Mario Kart for hours. It was awesome.
So my number 5 favorite memory of the Switch was doing Dynamax battles in person with my friends at work. It was so fun to be able to take all of our different Switches, sit in a group, and just fight a massive Pokemon monster. I mean, that to me is kind of what video games are all about. Just experiencing them with friends and the excitement of accomplishing something together.
So my number 4 favorite moment of the Nintendo Switch era is walking out of the cave in Breath of the Wild, and you go out on the cliff and the camera just zooms out and reveals Hyrule to you, and you see this just beautiful landscape that you're about to spend hundreds of hours exploring. I can't wait to experience this on the upgraded visuals of the Nintendo Switch 2.
So my number 4 favorite memory is playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, a classic pixel beat 'em up, with my family. It was just so fun to be playing this game, seeing all the characters on screen, all the action, and just looking over and seeing everybody with their controllers mashing as hard as they could. It just took me back to the days of the N64 playing games together in the living room.
So my number 3 favorite moment of the Nintendo Switch era is playing Animal Crossing with my friends during the height of the pandemic. This game was just such a peaceful and relaxing escape from everything going on in the world, and it was just so much fun to get on there and design my island and visit my other friends' islands and find new and creative ways to design the things I wanted to make.
So my number 3 favorite moment with the Nintendo Switch was when I was playing the Switch while I was getting my car worked on. I was there for a long time, maybe an hour, I don't know, but I was so engrossed in Super Mario 3D World that I didn't even realize hardly any time had passed. It was just so much fun, and I could do it on the go. And to me, that's kind of what Nintendo wanted to have us all experience with the Nintendo Switch.
So my second favorite memory of the Nintendo Switch era was the release of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I actually went to a midnight release of this game at GameStop in my city, and we waited outside in the freezing cold for several hours. There was so much buzz and excitement. People were cheering. It was like old times going to midnight releases back in the day. And that day I had a big party. I had a bunch of people over and we played it. I played 40 hours of that game in the opening weekend, and it's still one of my favorite games on the console.
So my number 2 favorite memory with the Nintendo Switch was completing the Pokedex in Pokemon Shield. I had not played a Pokemon game in a long time, and just working together with my friends day to day at work, trading Pokemon face to face, brought me back to my middle school days with Pokemon Red and Blue. It was so much fun to be able to finally get that accomplishment of just having all the Pokemon in the Pokedex completed and getting that shiny charm.
So my number 1 favorite moment of the Nintendo Switch era is the reveal of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It was the end of a Nintendo Direct that I don't even remember anything else from. We had absolutely no idea what was coming. We get this clip of the Inklings chasing each other and shooting their guns and spraying paint, and all of a sudden they stop and the lights go down, and Inkling Girl turns around and we see the logo start to appear in her eyes, burning in the sky. And that trailer was just so epic and really set the tone for months and months of so much hype and build up for an incredible game that really delivered. It's one of my favorite games on Switch, and the way Nintendo revealed that game still gives me chills to this day.
So my number 1 favorite memory on the Nintendo Switch is playing Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom on a projector. I remember getting Breath of the Wild and starting it up and getting to that first tower and looking off in the distance on this massive screen and seeing another tower and thinking, I can go there. And I think it was like 2 hours later, I did. It was like 2 a.m. and I knew I'd made a massive mistake. And that's how I knew this game was going to cement itself as one of my top games of all time. So those are our favorite moments of the Nintendo Switch era. We are so excited for the Nintendo Switch 2 to begin. We're ready for all the cool games and new experiences that it's going to bring to both us and our friends. Guys, let us know in the comments what your favorite moments of the Switch era were. Like, comment, subscribe, help us get this rolling. And until next time, we will see you on Switchcraft and Switchery. Have a good one.